lift my eyes from the screen, not abruptly, just enough. The room returns its full size, soft. The chair creaks like it's allowed to speak again. Light stretches across the desk then. My hands release their posture, fingers open wide. The work stays where it is, untied. I don't judge the progress, I don't count the game. I let the pause arrive unclaimed. I look up and let the work breathe, no rush, no dead. I don't pull myself back in, I don't reset. I let stillness meet momentum. I don't assume, I look up and let the work breathe. And I do too. The clock resumes its gentle roll, marking, not pushing. Thoughts drift sideways, briefly resting. I roll my shoulders carefully, neck remembers air. The body thanks me quietly there. Outside the window, the world continued on, without needing my attention all along. Not every pause is interruption, not every stop delay. Some rest protect the rhythm of the day. I look up and let the work breathe, before fatigue forms, before focus tightens into norms. I don't rush back into doing, I don't assume. I look up and let the work breathe, and I move through. I remember how I once believed that stopping meant loss, that if I stepped away I'd pay the cost. Now I feel how this brief distance keeps me whole, how work holds better shape when it's allowed to roll. Remaining here without agenda doesn't slow my pace, it gives attention somewhere to place. Inhale, exhale, eyes open, room real. Still here, still fine. I look up and let the work breathe, not finished, not new. I let the pause complete itself before I move. I don't force the next beginning, I don't assume. I look up and let the work breathe, and I become one. Light shift, breath clears, the work waits, so do I. Take one step into the morning, not forward enough to commit, just enough to feel the floor, respond beneath it. The air feels different when I move, like it's noticing me back. Each motion gathers a small meaning without becoming a map. Light follows without instruction, trailing the shake of my feet. The day feels closer to my body now, less distant, more complete. don't work into intention. I don't plan the route. I let the first step teach me what movement can do. I take one step, not the whole day, not the hours yet to come. I don't carry what isn't here. I don't outrun the sun. I move without conclusion. I don't assume. I take one step, not the whole day, and that is true. The house adjusts as I pass in, doors remembering their role. Each familiar sound acknowledges that motion has begun but slow. Outside the street feels nearer, but it doesn't call me yet. I walk like time is optional, not something I must get. My thoughts begin to align, but none of them insist. They follow my pace loosely, like they're learning how to exist. Not every step demands arrival, not every path acclaims. Some movement only asks us to feel our weight again. I take one step, not the whole day, before the rich informs, before the world decides which version of me performs. I don't hurry the sequence, I don't run. I take one step, not the whole day, and I become one. I remember how I once believed that starting meant commitment, and once I moved, the rest would follow without amendment. Now I know how each step can be its own agreement, how motion doesn't need to rush to feel like movement. Remaining aware inside this pace doesn't slow me down. It keeps me from leaving myself every time I move around. If later the hours feel heavy or the path feels fast, I'll remember how simply this first step passed. No announcement marked the movement, no signal told me when the day began. The moment I trusted where I stood again. I take one step, not the whole day, not tomorrow, not the past. I move inside the present at a speed that lasts. I don't borrow urgency, I don't assume. I take one step, not the whole day, and that will do. Sooner they will ask for more, soon I'll give it some, but I will know how it began with one step, not the sum. The sky is thinning, not No promise made, no promise break. Light is here, but not quite known. Still deciding where to go. The air feels newer than before, like you forgot what it was for. Every shadow steps aside without a reason why. I don't stand up, I don't wait, I don't call this being late. If I'm moving without feet, that's enough for me. I don't name the coming day, I don't send the night away. If the light begins to lean, I lean with it. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet, it hasn't told me who to be. Nothing written, nothing said, just a calm expectancy. I don't follow, I don't lead, I don't search for certainty. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet. Windows pale, the world is still, holding on to what it will. Every sound remains inside, not asleep, not alive. I used to wait for clarity, like it owed itself to me. Now I let the moment pass without a mask. I don't rush to understand, I don't reach with open hands. If the quiet stays with me, I'll let it be. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet, I don't need it to decide. Nothing lost, nothing met, just the softest shift of time. I don't ask what comes next, I don't need a reason why. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet. Maybe dawn is not a sound, just a feeling going round. Maybe hope is standing still long enough to feel it build. No arrival, no delay, just the world the way it stays. If this light becomes a day, I won't say. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet, I'm not waiting for a sign. Nothing calling me ahead, nothing pulling me behind. If the morning finds its way, it will find me anyway. Light hasn't chosen a shape yet. Soon the colors will return, soon the day will start to learn. If I'm here when that begins, that's enough. The light steps back, the room stays near. Nothing sudden, nothing clear. No announcement, no parade. Night arrives the gentle way. Streets grow quiet, not asleep. Promises the dark can keep. Windows glow in muted lines. Every thought takes softer time. I don't rush to close the day, I don't ask it what to say. If it leaves a little space, I let the silence take its place. I don't fear the dimming sound, I've been here before. I found night doesn't take the light away, it just story softly told. Every plan that didn't land feels okay inside my hands. I used to fill the quiet fast, afraid the moment wouldn't last. Now I let the stillness stay, like it's earned the right to stay. I don't chase a brighter sun, I don't measure night by time. If I'm breathing, if I'm here, then the way ahead is clear. Night arrives without a sound, no sharp edge, no falling down. I don't need to solve the day, I don't need to make it stay. If the stars are out of view, that's okay, the sky is too. Night arrives without a sound. Maybe rest is learning how to stop asking questions now. Maybe peace is feeling fine, leaving answers for the light. No confession, no release, just a gentle kind of peace. If tomorrow comes along, it will find me not too far gone. Night arrives without a sound, I don't fight it, I lie down. Let the quiet rearrange all the parts I couldn't name. If the dark feels safe and true, I'll move slowly into you. Night arrives without a sound. The room remembers how to be, even when the lights all leave. If I rest and close my eyes, night arrives, and so do I.
Nothing is happening now, nothing at all. Everything rests, big things and small.
The room is here, the night is too. Nothing is asking anything of you.
The walls don't move,
The floor stays still,
the quiet does.
exactly what it will. No wind outside, no rain to hear. No sound is coming, nothing is near. Even the clock forgot its way. The night decided not to say, stay.
Nothing needs to go,
Stay.
everything is slow.
Your breath is small, then small again. It doesn't hurry, it doesn't plan. Your hands are warm, your feet are too. Nothing is waiting anything from you. The dark feels soft, the dark feels kind. It doesn't press against your mind. It doesn't ask you to believe. It only stays so you can leave. Stay
In the quiet now,
stay.
you already know how.
No pictures come, no thoughts appear. Nothing feels far, nothing feels near. The night is wide, but very thin, like falling asleep from deep within.
Nothing is ending, nothing begins, nothing is losing, nothing wins. There is no up, there is no down, nothing is happening now.
Stay in the quiet, stay, nothing is there, stay, nothing needs to be, stay, just the quiet and me. If dreams are right, they'll come alone. If not, then night is still your home. Nothing will change, nothing will call. Nothing is happening after all. Nothing is happening. You can sleep holding me.
If dreams arise,
They'll come along.
if not the night,
It's still your home.
nothing will change,
Nothing will call
nothing is happening.
after all.
Nothing is happening.
No.
You
Can sleep. Who stay after all?
The sun is high but not too loud. The street feels busy, not crowded. Nothing pulling me away. I'm right where I should stay. Tables fill, the music hums. Every hour finds its run. Not a rush, not standing still, just moving with intent. I don't lean against the noise, I don't mute the joy. If the afternoon is wide, I step inside. I don't hurry through the now, I don't slow it down somehow. If the rhythm feels alive, I arrive. I'm right in the middle of the day, nothing heavy on my mind. I don't need to drift away, I don't need to outrun time. Everything is clear enough, everything is light but real, right in the middle of the day. Windows glow, the air feels warm. The day has found its form. Every task feels manageable, almost comfortable. I used to think the best hours meant waiting for what hadn't happened yet. Now I feel how much is here and near. I don't borrow from the night, I don't rush toward evening light. If the moment feels complete, I keep. I'm right in the middle of the day, not the start, not the end. I don't need a grand display, just the place I'm standing in. Nothing sharper than a smile, nothing softer than this. Feel right in the middle of the day. Maybe balance is the sound of things moving all around without without crashing, without force on their course. No pressure, no delay, just the center of the day. If I'm focused, if I sway, both are okay. I'm right in the middle of the day. Everything is doing fine. I don't need to find a way. I don't need to draw a line. Nothing missing, nothing straight, just the light that wants to stay right in the middle of the day. The sun stays up, the room agrees. This is how the daytime breeze. If I linger, if I play, it's still day. I'm right in the middle of the day. Nothing heavy on my mind. I don't need to drift away. I don't need to outrun time. Everything is clear enough. Everything is light but real, right in the middle of the day.
Still, from head to toe, my head is still. It does not turn. My neck is still. It does not hold. Nothing lifts, nothing drops. My shoulders are still. They do not rise. My arms are still. They stay beside. No pulling, no reaching. Stay all the way. Stay here to stay. Stay all the way. Stay. My chest is still. My breath is small. It comes, it goes. Nothing follows. My back is still. It feels wide. My belly is still. It feels quiet. Nothing tight, nothing loose. Still, nothing used. Still, nothing to do. My legs are still. They do not bend. My knees are still. They do not send. Nor standing, nor moving. Feet are still. Toes are still. All of me is still. to be just still and me. If sleep is here, it stays. If sleep is gone, still stays. Still, from head to toe, from head to toe, from head to toe. Light shifts a tangle on the desk, not brighter, gets slower. The room loosens its working posture over. My hands slow without stopping, keys answerless. The task remains present but asks for less. Time returns its outlines gently. Minutes reappear. I notice the day again standing near. I don't resist the easing, I don't hold tight. I let the afternoon change its light. The afternoon softens at the edges. Not done wrong. I don't push the focus further, I let it alone. I let effort taper naturally, I don't assume. The afternoon softens at the edges, and I do too. Thoughts drift wider than the task, then come back. The body asks for a different rhythm, slack. Outside sounds carry farther, voices, doors. The world resumes its background chores. Breath lifts slightly higher now, still calm, still true. I notice how ending focuses something I can do. Not every slowdown is lost, not every fade a flaw. Some afternoons finish best by thinning it all. The afternoon softens at the edges before evening arrives, before the day asks me to change sides. I don't sharpen myself for completion. I don't assume. The afternoon softens at the edges, and I move through. I remember how I once believed that stopping meant fail, that I had to hold productivity without avail. Now I feel how this gradual easing protects the night. I'll letting go in daylight makes rest right. Remaining present as effort releases. Does it waste my day? Gives the hours somewhere to lay. Light lowers, hands pause, breath lifts, focus through sense. Still here, still the edges, not weak, not new. I let the day change its texture as I move through. I don't force the finish line closer. I don't assume the aftermath softens at the edges, and I become day bends, I follow. Hello, cloud. Hello, sky. Hello, light drifting by. Hello, pillow. Hello, bed. Hello, sleep, it's time for bed. The cloud is drifting with me now. It doesn't ask me where or how. It moves so slow, it moves so light, like a thought that's turning night. My pillow feels like quiet air. My blanket knows I'm resting there. The room feels calm, the world feels small. Nothing needs me now at all. Close my eyes, nice and slow. Clouds move softly, gentle flow. Close my eyes, feel so deep. Clouds are with me while I sleep. Close my eyes, soft and warm, safe inside this gentle form. Close my eyes, drifting by. Clouds flow slowly through sky. The window holds the quiet blue, not too bright, not too new. Shadows rest along the floor. They don't wander anymore. My breath goes in, my breath goes out, like a cloud that walks about. Nothing fast and nothing new. The night knows just what to do. Close my eyes, nice and slow. Clouds move softly, gentle flow. Close my eyes, feel so deep. Clouds are with me while I sleep. Close my eyes, soft and warm, safe inside this gentle form. Close my eyes, drifting by. Clouds flow slowly through the sky. Shh, the cloud is very kind, leaving busy thoughts behind. Shh, no need to stay. Daytime worries drift away. Clouds don't hurry, clouds don't run. They just rest till morning sun. I don't need to stay awake. Sleep is easy now to take. Clouds so slow, clouds so light, floating softly through the night. Clouds so slow, clouds so kind, holding quiet in my mind. Close my eyes, soft and deep. Clouds stay here while I sleep. Close my eyes, safe and warm. Nothing else I need to know. Little breath goes in and out, like a cloud that drifts about. Little breath, nice and low. Everything is moving slow. Close my eyes, drifting light. Everything feels calm and right. Close my eyes, soft and deep. Clouds stay near me while I sleep. Night so wide, night so still. Nothing more and so kind. Sleep is easy now to find.
The light is steady where it lands. No second chances in its hands. It doesn't hint, it doesn't store. The hours don't ask for more. Chairs are pulled, the room is full of ordinary, beautiful. Nothing rare, nothing loud, just people living unannounced. I used to count what I would gain if I just pushed through one more day. Now I let the minutes pass like they're not meant to be held fast. I don't add another weight to everything that feels okay. If it's simple, if it stays, that's already enough today. The hours don't ask for more, they open and close the door. I don't need to give them proof, I don't need to chase the truth. Every breath is where I'm meant to be. Nothing old, nothing free. The hours don't ask for more. Plates are cleared, the street is warm. Afternoon begins its form. Every shadow knows its place, nothing falling out of pace. I stop bargaining with time, stop pretending I was late. Now I meet it where it stands, like an old and quiet friend. I don't borrow from tomorrow, I don't rehearse borrowed sorrow. If this moment lets me stay, then I'm staying anyway. The hours don't ask for more, they let me rest inside the score. I don't need to rearrange every ordinary change. I arrive without a plea, just myself completely. The hours don't ask for more. Maybe peace is letting time move ahead without a sign. Maybe joy is noticing nothing's asking anything. No return, no overdue, just a sky in open blue. If this is the shape of now, then now is how. The hours don't ask for more, I've stopped knocking on the door. I don't need to earn the day, I'm already on my way. Every step is standing still in a calm I didn't build. The hours don't ask for more. Light will lean toward evening soon, afternoon will hum its tune. If I let the minutes pour, they won't ask me for more.
Light moves in before I think. The room knows more than I do. Nothing waits for my command. The morning's already true. The street is open, calm and clear, not asking me to steer. Every sound has found its place without my interference. I don't rush to start the day, I don't chase it anyway. If the coffee cools a bit it, that's fine with me. I don't need to set the tone, I don't need to take control. If the morning knows its role, I let it go. The morning works without me, it doesn't need my plan. I don't have to make it ready, I just stand where I am. Nothing calling me to prove, nothing pushing me to move. The morning works without me. Windows glow in patient lines, time is kind this time. Every task waits quietly, not demanding urgency. I used to think the day began only when I raised my hand. Now I see it's been awake long before. I don't force myself to rise, I don't sharpen my replies. If the light is soft and slow, I'll go slow. The morning works without me, I don't hurry in, I don't need to chase a feeling to begin again. Nothing missing if I stay, nothing lost if I delay. The morning works without me. Maybe ease is how things start, without pulling them apart. Maybe hope is letting go of the need to know. No direction, no demand, just the day at hand. If I breathe and let it be, that's enough for me. The morning works without me, I don't need to lead, I don't have to be prepared for what I don't need. Everything is already doing what it's meant to do. The morning works without me, the light keeps going on its way, whether I follow or stay. If I move when it feels right, it's still my morning.
The room feels farther than before, but not unfamiliar. Every sound has softened, every ear lets go. The mind begins to speak in now, sentences don't finish. Every worry that felt sharp turns dim and distant. I don't follow what I think, I don't hold the links. If the thoughts begin to blur, I let them. I don't gather what remains, I don't keep the names. If the quiet feels unclear, I stay here. Thoughts lose their edges, they don't ask to stay. Every corner slowly rounds and fades away. I don't need to understand, I don't need to hold the thread. Thoughts lose their edges. The ceiling floats a little now, distance shifts its meaning. Every memory that came arrives less clearly. I used to chase the final line like rest required a sign. Now I let the silence speak in peace. is. I don't push the night along, I don't make it long. If the minutes fall apart, that's fine. Thoughts lose their edges, nothing pulls them back. Every feeling learns to rest in softer facts. I don't need a closing word, I don't need to be assured. Thoughts lose their edges. Maybe sleep is not a fault, just forgetting form at all. Maybe rest is when the mind stops drawing lines. No conclusion, no demand, just the night across my hands. If the thinking comes undone, I'm done. Thoughts lose their edges, I don't hold the shame. Every question loosens grip and drifts away. Nothing sharp enough to bend, nothing left I must defend. Thoughts lose their edges. If sleep comes in between, I won't notice when. Nothing pulling at my head. Thoughts lose their edges.
The room breathes once, then again. Nothing else follows. Ideas come without edges, they don't ask to be held. Every plan I carried earlier sits down. I don't track where it's going, I don't gather it back. If the mind wants to wander, I let it. I don't finish the sentence, I don't start another. If the quiet feels incomplete, it's complete. Thoughts drift, I stay, nothing pulls me along. I don't need to solve the night, I don't need a song. Every notion loses weight, every word arrives too late. Thoughts drift, I stay. The clock softens its sound, or maybe I do. Every reason that once felt sharp turns smooth. I used to chase the final thought like rest required a nod. Now I feel how letting go unfolds. I don't press the calm to come, I don't ask it to remain. If the stillness shifts its shape, I'm fine. Thoughts drift, I stay, nothing to defend. I don't need to reach the end to feel settled in. Every worry learns to float, every certainty lets go. Thoughts drift, I stay. Maybe rest is losing form, not falling. Maybe peace is what's left when thinking stops calling. No direction, no reply, just the night that comes then doesn't. I notice, or maybe not.